Hey everybody, this is Momo from the MomoZone here on YouTube. Hope everybody's having a great day. I want to give a shout out to Jack from the Bogan News Network who wrote me a video response to my manifestation video. He shared a story saying that he followed some of the suggestions that I had laid out, and he spit out pictures and printed exactly what it is he wanted to do, what he wished he could see in the color of a car and a job he wanted and how much of money he wanted to make. And he swears that in 10 days, this all came down. It does work. This shit does work, as we say. Once it works for you once, it works for you again, because you've understood how to use your personal power in order to attract the right things to you. I always like to say, there's really only several things that can stop you. One of the biggest things about stopping you dead in your tracks, about getting done what you want to get done, like I've said before, is you. The other thing that can stop you or slow you down, if you're in a physical disability position, that could slow you down. But even then, there's still ways, and there's many examples of incredible people that have surpassed expectations due to circumstances beyond control. And the other thing that can stop you is the cops. You got the choice to do what you got to do. And speaking of incredible happenings, I got a little story to share with you guys. This is pretty interesting. It's another ring thing. I put up a video a little while ago called The Experiment, when my buddy Steve Hill dropped in at the house to play all those battery operated Marshalls that we stuck together. Okay, so long story short, his girlfriend has this wedding ring that her father, who is no longer with us, had given to her, that he had made. We were checking some stuff out, and then she leaves, and then I get this phone call saying, "Oh my God, I've lost my father's wedding ring. Can you please check to see if it's in the studio?" I went around, we looked in the studio, there was nothing. Check this out. This is where it gets really whack. So she hangs up the phone, and then Krila and the digital kid are with me. They're standing there, and I look at him and I say, I'm gonna call her back, and I'm gonna tell her that she needs to look. Hang on a minute. Krila's coming in. She's making a whole bunch of noise. I'm recording. Try not to make no noise. Like, she's standing there like this. I'm sorry. So what happens is, right in front of Krila and the digital kid, I say, I'm gonna call her up, and I'm gonna say that she needs to go to her car, and right down there on the left-hand side, in the crack, right where the seat is at the bottom, to reach down there, and that the ring was right there. I call her up, and I say, you know what, go to your car, and go down there on the left, a couple of inches right behind the seat. I says, the ring is right there. And she says, well, okay, I'll go check. And then as I hang up the phone, and then I looked at Krila and the digital kid, and I said, isn't it funny that she's going to call me back in a couple of minutes, freaking out, saying, oh my God, that's where the ring is. Let me tell you that the phone rang, and she's screaming on the other end, saying, oh my God, how did you do that? I'm no different than anybody else out there. But I got to tell you, it's about being confident in your personal decisions. Okay, this thing really works too. I got to tell you that when you practice this enough and you see that you're bang on, you want to call it telepathy, you want to call it luck of the draw combined with logistics. You can call it what you want, but I assure you that at one point you find your perfect angle. It's like you just know how to deliver a complete, finished thing. Like I always say, beginning, middle, and end. Everything has a formula. Everything starts somewhere and ends somewhere. Whether it's a trend or whether it's a recipe, it all boils down to the same thing. I get these premonitions, like depending on where people go and and where they've been. When they show up in front of me, it's like I got this kind of a sponge effect, I call it. You know, it's almost as if they're a sponge and they absorb that situation or that other person's energy. And then when they're in front of me, that kind of stuff kind of leaks off, and I can kind of feel almost like what they saw, you know what I mean, or what they felt. And I can actually tell you about people I've never met, and what's going to happen with them and stuff, just because I can feel it through the people that have just seen those people. You know, I've actually had this thing, if you want to call it, since I'm a kid. As I got older, it kind of really helped me to make decisions. You know, it's one of the factors that helped me figure out how to just not procrastinate and just make a decision. Say, you know what, I got an idea in my head. And I'm just going to keep whittling and hacking at that idea in my head until that thing actually happens. You got to be consistent. This is the thing. Consistency. You know, when a woodpecker keeps just hacking away and he's hacking at the same spot, at one point that spot is going to crack. I'm not saying you got to go out there and be like the spammer effect, you know, or be like a pain in the ass. Everything has got a time and a place. Therefore, it's about figuring out about timing and readjustment in real time. If somebody doesn't like something, then you got a choice. You either make an enemy or you make a bad impression, and you can just wham turn that whole situation around by staying humble, just coming up with an alternative situation that is convenient for everybody and everything involved, according to the situation that you're in, you know. So it's pretty simple. The idea that is in your head is just as good as done if you execute and you follow your way through. When the nucleus is strong, then the whole machine and the whole concept is strong. This is the thing. We got to start right down with the people. They're the ones who are holding up the entire foundation. I can tell you that it's really important to figure out what you want and go to the end of your personal plan. This is it. When you have a plan, you have a choice. You turn it into a dream. You turn it into a set of words that you keep repeating to people at the dinner table. It's this great big plan that you're never going to do. Or you get up off your ass and you actually do it. I got to thank everybody out there. You know, because of all the letters and because of all the responses, you make me feel like what my true purpose is. That everything that I've ever trained for, every single thing I've ever dreamt of, all is getting wrapped up into this one package. And you know, and this is the new way of thinking. You know, you got to be multi-timbral. You got to be able to handle more than one task without getting confused and being accused of being disorganized. So in order for that to happen, you really got to find that right nucleus. And I've been blessed by being able to talk to so many amazing, incredible people, like all you guys, you know. And the amazing thing is, you know, it's like we're all sharing this personal energy bank, you know. And I really feel that for all the guys, you guys out there that send me all this positive, amazing vibes, I feel like it's making me get better. I feel like my luck is increasing. But then again, this is exactly what I'm telling you guys. You know what I mean? If you feel good about what you're doing and you really feel good, then people around you are going to feel good for you. Thus for increasing your personal feel good. And that's what's going to happen right back to everybody who does this. This is how it works. It has served me my whole life. My whole life I've been happy. I've never been bored one day in my life. I've always had something to do, and I've always had a goal that I've tried to reach. I'm really glad that I'm back in contact with you guys, because I know I've said to you guys before, I'm sorry when I don't come on because I feel bad and stuff, and then I get all these amazing letters that say, well, you guys understand and I shouldn't feel bad, like, you know, I've got to work and I've got to do things. But this is such an important part of my life. I think that this is important. I think we're all important to each other. And I'm so lucky that I've met such amazing people that I otherwise would have never met. And we're feeding each other these kind of amazing possibilities. I am trying to promote this positive thinking and staying away from this negative thinking. I've had a lot of people who have written me who are negative people who have actually turned around, and told me so. And told me that, I used to insult you and I used to do this, but now I've watched you and I understand what you're talking about and it's real cool. And that is really, really rewarding feeling. First of all, because it takes guts and balls to go and admit to somebody that maybe you made a wrong decision on judgment, you know what I mean? And B, just being able to accomplish something like that over the internet is just wild, So that's it. You guys totally rock. Bam! Push that button on, feel great, accomplish all your goals, and then pass that on to someone else. Wow. I'm telling you, it's infectious, this stuff. The second you get on this wave, you are not going to believe what this feels like. And then you're going to say, damn, this was like one of the easiest things that I've ever tried. Because, you know what? When you're ready to accept that you're better than you think you are without a big fat buttering of like ego butter, you know what I mean? That stuff's got to be off. It's off the diet. It's off the list. It's the certain, humble, positive, direct approach. People feel it when you're full of shit. On that note, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to write and listen and let me speak to you guys this way. And you guys totally rock. And I will see you real soon. Peace.